Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of Studio 501c3. I'm your host, Kim Jones, Executive Director of the Nonprofit Village. Our show features nonprofit organizations that get the 501c3 designation by the IRS because they provide a public benefit and your donations are tax deductible in most instances. We're proud to partner with Montgomery Community Media on Studio 501c3 to highlight the fantastic nonprofit programs and services in Montgomery County. MCM is your public resource that provides access to information relevant to our community. My co-host today is Matt Freeman, a public relations consultant for nonprofits. Matt also serves on the board of the Nonprofit Village.
Thanks, Kim. It's great to be with you today and to learn more about our guests and their organizations. Serving on the board of the Nonprofit Village has been a great joy for me because of all the work it does to help nonprofits, providing nonprofit management programs, back office services, and affordable shared space.
Today, we welcome Cynthia Rubenstein, the Executive Director of Passion for Learning, a nonprofit that serves students who are underrepresented in information and communication technology and would be first-generation college goers. Cynthia, thank you so much for being with us in Studio 501c3 today.
Thanks for having me on, Kim and Matt. Really happy to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to learn a lot more about your programs and the services that you work with the students on. So tell us a little bit about the mission of Passion for Learning.
Well, Passion for Learning has been around since 2004, and we work with middle school students who attend Montgomery County Public Schools. We focus on kids who, as you said in the introduction, are underrepresented in communication technology. We also have kids doing programming, coding, and foundational engineering projects after school. And our second
foundational,
that's learning about electronics, building little brush bots, robots, working with things like Arduinos and building mini computers. So that's another new direction for our programs. And our secondary focus is on students who would be the first in their families to go to college. And we start early. We start in middle school.
Do you have a question?
I was going to say that I know that after-school programs are particularly effective for a number of reasons, keeping kids safe and helping them to learn, and also helping their working parents keep working when they need to have somebody looking after their kids in the afternoon. But I've noticed that one of the things that they seem to specialize in is science, tech, engineering, and math programs, rather like yours. What is it about after-school and summer learning programs that make them so well suited to that?
Well, it gives kids an opportunity to hang out with their friends and do hands-on projects. It's a low-pressure environment, so they're not being graded, so they're able to discover new interests and build stuff with their friends. They're able to create videos about youth issues. They're able to build fun brush bots after school. They're able to program video games. They're able to experiment with digital art and 3D printing. So it's an environment that's open for them to discover new interests and new capabilities.
So there are a lot of STEM programs and after-school programs that offer STEM. Your program seems to be very unique because it seems to be a little more comprehensive, like you mentioned, digital art. I don't know of other programs a lot of other STEM programs that are doing digital art. So how do you identify these kind of unique and innovative?
We hire a lot of talented MCPS teachers who have those skill sets, don't use them during the school day, but are able to use them after school in our programs. And so that's where that comes from. I mean, our kids are designing personal logos, designing characters for video games, and all kinds of digital art projects that they do with talented MCPS teachers who work for us.
I'm curious, have you done evaluations of the program to see how it affects the kids,
Sure.
not just in the year that they're in their program, but downstream?
Sure. Our goals for kids is to help them gain new capabilities, new interests in technology, and the third goal, and set goals for future technology coursework. So at the end of every school year, or the end of every program year, the kids fill out comprehensive post-surveys. And what we find out, number one, is yes, they feel more capable learning new technology skills. Number two, they're more interested in taking technology in high school, and specifically coursework that's available at MCPS high schools. And third, they are more interested in thinking about technology careers from their experiences after school.
So I have a question about the college-going process. They're looking at these as potential career opportunities, the work that they're doing in the programs after school. Tell us a little bit more about, you have a Go to College program, and there is another program called College Bridge.
Sure.
Okay.
Our Go to College program is for middle schoolers. It's to introduce middle schoolers to the idea of college and to give them some familiarization of, what's college for, why should I go to college, what will it help me do, what could I be thinking about where I could be going to college. We take them on college tours, they meet college students, they meet college admissions counselors, they go to workshops with their parents. And then our College Bridge program is for 9th and 10th graders, because most college readiness programs don't focus on students until they're juniors in high school. We like to help kids on the path from middle school through 10th grade and then connect them to resources for 11th and 12th grade and beyond.
So before we go to break, can you, you do the College Bridge program then for the older students?
For 9th and 10th graders,
Okay.
with similar activities but a little bit more in depth for the 9th and 10th graders, including what they should be doing over 4 years of high school to be college ready by 11th grade, 12th grade.
And about how many kids are in the program?
We serve between 150 kids every year, and the subset of our new program, which is the College Bridge program, serves 15 to 20 students a year. So far, we're in our second year.
Okay. So now we'd like to share a short video highlighting some of the work by the Passion for Learning team. We'll talk a bit more about how Passion for Learning helps young people thrive and achieve their education and career goals after this short break.
Welcome back to Studio 501c3 on Montgomery Community Media. We're talking with Cynthia Rubenstein today, the Executive Director of Passion for Learning. So Cynthia, thanks again for being here. Tell us a little bit more about what you think are the key ingredients for success for your program. What sets you apart?
I think one of the key ingredients is partnerships with MCPS schools and having talented and committed teachers who work for us after school as after-school educators, people who build relationships with our students. A second key ingredient is the fact that after school kids can experiment more and do freer activities. It's not like the school day. And the third ingredient, I think, is the way that we engage older peer mentors. Our program assistants are alumni of our programs. So when our alumni are in high school or college age, they come back and work for us in the after-school program setting. And then they serve as mentors and coaches for their younger peers.
And are there dozens, hundreds? How many alums are involved with the program?
Over the course of a school year, we work with anywhere from 12 to 16 of our alums, and they are high school, college age. And they help after school in the after school programs, and then also for our summer Go to College camp. They also come in and serve as program speakers. Just recently we had one of our alums come in and talk to our Go to College middle schoolers about what's a scholarship, how do you get scholarships, how do you find scholarships for college, how do you fund your college education, and having them hear it from an older peer has a lot more impact and sticks better than if it's an adult telling them these things.
And it's also a testimony to how valuable the program was to them that they come back and
Correct.
spend that time with you.
Yeah, agreed.
And there are projects that they work on with you as well. So
Yes,
some of your
our
video projects.
Correct.
Okay.
We had a 15-year anniversary, and 2 alumni created our anniversary video. And the video that you have just seen today was created by one of our alums.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
So, not to be crass, but how are you funded?
We are funded from various sources. We have a mix of funding. We have from Montgomery County through grants and contracts, as well as private foundations, some corporate foundation funding, as well as very generous and supportive individuals. We do not charge any fees for our programs. Students attend our programs completely free of charge.
And I know there is a federal funding stream for after-school programs, but it doesn't sound like you're tapped into that yet.
We haven't tapped into it. We have found that we are freer and are able to be more agile and flexible with funding that is from local government and through private foundation.
Well, I would say it's fortunate that local government funds after school locally, because that's not the case in a lot of places. So,
right, we are very fortunate to be in a county like Montgomery County that really supports youth development and after school education.
exactly.
Yeah, very good. Well, that's all the time we have today. It went so fast, but we learned a lot about the Passion for Learning program. I want to thank Matt Freeman for guest hosting, and we thank Cynthia Rubenstein, the Executive Director of Passion for Learning, for being with us today. For more information, visit the website at passionforlearning.org.
And we hope you'll tune in for another episode of 501c3, your window on nonprofits in Montgomery County. I'm Matt Freeman.
And I'm Kim Jones, Executive Director of Nonprofit Village. We'll see you next time on Studio 501c3.